Hey everybody, Mr. Murphy here. I'm going to talk to you about chapter 6.4, which is all about metabolic pathways. So the idea of metabolism is that it's the chemical reactions happening inside of the body. And we can break those down into two different types, catabolic and anabolic reactions. And so here's an overview of respiration. We see all sorts of different reactions happening. Catabolic reactions are ones where we are breaking down larger molecules like polysaccharides into smaller ones like glucose. And so you can see it mentions hydrolyzed. Hydrolysis is the reaction that's happening here. Lipids break down, proteins break down, same thing. These are polymers to monomers. We've seen this before. We're familiar with these ideas. But catabolic reactions are the ones where they are breaking down. So taking the large molecule, breaking it apart. Anabolic reactions then are the opposite, which is where we're taking that, as it says, in reverse, where we are taking these small components and building them up into larger ones. And so I know it might seem a little confusing that we're basically just recreating terms like hydrolysis and dehydration synthesis, but we're talking about it in a more broad sense. That, for instance, cellular respiration is a catabolic system that is taking these large molecules like glucose, breaking it down into these smaller things like CO2 and water. Whereas photosynthesis is the reverse, is taking these smaller molecules and building it up. And so we refer to photosynthesis as being largely anabolic and respiration as being largely catabolic. Now, of course, the individual little minutiae of the different chemical reactions, you could classify them differently. Sometimes you have to build things up to then break it down further, et cetera, et cetera. But that's a good way of thinking about it, being just termed in terms of anabolism and catabolism. The book goes into a little more detail about sort of the subtleties of this language and also sort of some more chemical sort of meaning and things. We'll see these ideas come up as we continue to explore different topics, but that's basically the gist of what we need to know for chapter 6.4. So if you have questions, let me know.